Good afternoon. I hope this weather, after having lunch and you still have another lecture, your stomachs are full. I hope that my lecture will not be too boring for you guys. And it's perfect weather outside to take a nap. But you understand me? It's okay. Stop me if I talk too fast. Okay. This is my. Okay, now it's on. This is my first lecture like this, so I hope you guys allow me to have my notes here in front of me. And in case I struggle, this is my first time. So please allow me to introduce myself first. My name is Benas Matkevičius, like our colleague said. I worked at CSKA for 3.5 years. I came with Coach Kazlauskas, and then the last 2 years I was working with Coach Messina. And also worked the last 2 years with Coach Messina, and overall 3.5 years with Coach Kazlauskas. This is my past 5-6 years of experience, and also before that, as a player, I was in high school in the States, in the college. So hopefully I can tell you something about the teachings of the States, of Coach Messina and of Coach Kazlauskas. And hopefully I can give you some new information that's valuable to you to teach to the other kids and other guys, not only at the youth level, but also at the pro level, or some detail that can be of importance to everybody. Some of you guys will know it already, some of you guys will not. I cannot please everybody, so I will give you some information that it's valuable right now also for me. I started new work with Boston Celtics. I will be scouting around Europe, and I'll be looking for certain things and certain players for the draft, but also for free agency. So there's a lot of things that come into hand, and I will talk about mainly only about shooting. Okay, what comes with shooting, and there's one thing that I believe generally that you cannot say this is the only way to do it. Okay, you cannot say that this is the way you should shoot all the time, because everybody's body mechanics, everybody's body structure is different. Okay, there's an ideal way to do it. Okay, with the techniques, with the body motion, but there's not one right way to do it. Okay, there's several right ways. You see Reggie Miller, how he used to shoot. I mean, you cannot say that it's a perfect follow through. Okay, if it goes like any way, but the ball goes in at the end. You have to teach the fundamentals. You have to teach certain things to a player so he can understand at a young age of how to follow through, how to use the ball, use the body in the right way, synchronized lower body with upper body. Okay, there's a lot of important things, and I don't think that Lithuanian school is specifically the best school. It's a good school. But if you see what Prepelic did yesterday, I'm sure in Slovenia they teach it the right way also. So there's no one right way to do it for different cultures. So generally, there's 3 ways to improve your shot throughout. That's I want to start off with that. I will go into some stories. I will go into some things that I experienced. But there's generally three ways to improve your shot throughout your career, from the early ages and also later on in the professional player, that you can follow up on and see what are the missing details. Okay, so the first thing is obviously the technique. Okay, the technique of a player, that he has the right follow through. Okay, the right touch and the ball in his hands, and the right finishing up his shot. There's many. I will come into that later of how to catch the ball, how to use the ball, and how to grip it, and the right way to catch the ball. But the second thing is obviously naturally the kid is going to get stronger physically. Okay, so physically he will improve throughout the ages. As a professional player, he will be already matured, hopefully, and he can develop from a spot shooter into a pull-up shooter into a jump shooter. Okay, early on, there's specific work that you can do. It's not only natural strength, but also balance, certain things that you work on your core, lower body, upper body, and all that is also incorporated with the shot. Okay, obviously after you lift weights, you have to shoot, you have to go into the gym and shoot the weights out just to maintain the feel for the ball and for the distance on the court. So that's the second thing. The third thing that is a big composure in the shot is the mentality. Okay, mentally, the player will improve throughout his career, especially in the early age when you start teaching the shot. You don't want to break a player's confidence and mentality of himself, of the shot. He will lose faith and he will lose trust in his shot, and he will go into doing certain things, finding shortcuts, and not working on his technique. So mentally, one thing that by any means I was not a great player. I played on a Division II level in the States, but when I came there from high school, I went to college there. The coach stopped me my first year, my freshman year, to stop the practice, and he said, okay, now if this kid is open, you have to give him the ball. He has the green light. And when I heard that, the green light it's the green light. You tell that to a player, the shots are going up. And the percentages, if you already have the confidence from the coach and from the teammates, it's a whole different level, okay? So I think the mentality is very, very important, that you find the guys according to their roles, to give them this freedom and to encourage them to shoot and become maybe from a good shooter into a great shooter, okay? So it's really on us coaches to realize which of these three things that they can improve on is very evident, okay? And you have to see and find out. It's like, okay, I want to use an example, a metaphor for this. If you see women going to plastic surgery, I can't find a better example. Why would you see one mistake, she's trying to do another mistake and try to find another mistake in her body and just makes plastic surgery and comes out and there's a whole bunch of mistakes in her body which wasn't there before. So you also have to be careful of what you want to correct in the player's shot. Okay, you don't want to correct everything everywhere at the same time, because the player cannot absorb all this information at the same time. You have to go step by step. And after a woman comes out of plastic surgery, you might not want to see her again. Okay, so after the player is done with that, he might not ever shoot again or never want to be the shooter, could become the shooter that he could have been. You understand what I'm saying? So this is one thing that's on us coaches to realize. And usually, if you go through, there's a checklist that you can do. Okay, once you see a player, and you want to teach him the things that you want him, that you think are evident and he needs to improve. The first thing you look at, that many coaches, and this is one big thing that Coach Messina coaches, is the use of knees and ankles. Okay, so a lot of times the player goes too low with his legs, is too high at first. But then the coach tries to correct the shot, and he says you have to go lower to shoot, okay? Go lower with your legs to shoot, and he forgets about the ankles. And a lot of times, especially if you see the shooting free throws, okay? Shooting free throws is the most evident thing of this. And if you follow up and you look at the players, maybe today, maybe you will notice it, maybe it will jump out to you at the games. When the shot is short, a lot of times, the ankles are not being used correctly, okay? They're not going up all the way. It's going up a little bit, okay? And this is where the ball can fall short. So just because you bend your knees doesn't mean you put more strength in. You get slower. If you do more knees, you start to get slower. So you have to make sure you incorporate the ankle. If you want, you can try. One of you guys want to shoot? All right, shoot. Prepare for a free throw. And make sure, okay, go ahead. Yeah, it's that. Good ankle use. Don't put so much arch on it. Okay, good. He uses ankles really well. Now try to go without ankles that much. and just try to go through your knees and quads. Accuracy, you feel the accuracy is maybe not as good as it could be. Good ankle use. That was good ankle use. But I hope you get my point. Let me show you with my bad shot technique that if you don't use the ankles as much, then the ball is going to fall short immediately. But if you do go up higher with the push of the ankle, and you don't have to use the quad as much, okay, and I'll miss, of course. I mean, that's how the way to do it. But generally, what I wanted to show, thank you, I'll call you up later. What I wanted to show is that the ankles are much more important than the knees for the ball, for the shot not to go short. Okay, so when the ball is short, look for that. The second thing on the checklist, and the second and third thing are correlation with each other. It's very important. The passing of those two things that I'm about to say is very important. So the pass is a lot of times much more important than the actual shot, because it also depends on how you catch the ball. Okay, so the second thing is the hands on the position of the ball in your hands. Okay, can I have a ball? Thanks. So the way a lot of schools are teaching in the States, for example, to have the ball on the seams, okay, to hold the ball on the seams. For example, I got to work my first season there in Ceska with Trajan, and Trajan Langdon is an excellent shooter, as you guys know, and he's one of the guys that likes to have the ball on the seams. Okay, so I asked him, how in the game, with any respect to J.R. Holden or Papaloukas, the passer cannot be this perfect every time that when you pass the ball that he finds the seams and passes the ball to you on the seams. They said, of course, in the game he has to, after a while, he finds the seams quickly by himself to pull up and shoot. So that's one thing that you have to go and practice with the player and see if he really likes that or not, if it makes a difference in his shot or not. Okay, but he was a guy that obviously with his technique and with his shot was one of the best shooters that ever played in Europe, and the hands on the ball is also correlation with the rotation. Okay, so if you hold the ball, obviously you guys all know this, angle here and angle here is the very important thing, and don't grip the ball obviously too much with the fingertips and not to be too flat. Okay, so here has to be a little bit of space enough for you to have the flexibility to have this in my case, my left hand as a support hand. Okay, so you don't put the ball too much here, because now you got to correct the ball with your other hand, with my shooting hand. If you see, my hand is a little bit more on the side, and what they do in Germany, for example, they like to do this with the fist. Okay, with the fist here, and have everything with one hand. Okay, one hand, and have this left hand only as supporting hand, just to guide the ball into the track, your follow through, your arch. So you only have the left arm as a support arm there, and it's very important that you don't. Obviously, the W here, once you catch the ball, a lot of guys catch the ball here this way, and then they just turn the right hand with the left hand only being there as support. And it's very important that you also realize when you have big players, tall players with big hands, their grip is different. Okay, maybe sometimes you see it that they want to grip the ball from here a little bit more because of their hands. They don't know where to put them. So it's very important to make sure that you realize their position, of their hands on the ball. And in Lithuania, instead of the fist, they like to use a coin. Put a euro coin in here, euro after next year. Put here and hold it with a coin, just to guide it, just to have this balance and have all the pressure on the right hand. And Coach Kozlauskas is a big teacher on one-handed drills. Okay, I will talk about the drills later on more, but if I can have one of you guys here. Come here to the side, on this side. Just with one hand against the glass, no, not the rim. Okay, and now follow through, but make the ball go back into your hand. Okay, more pressure so the ball falls right into your hand. Okay, again. Not this high. Make it go like so. You go, so you teach the kid to have the pressure in the fingertips. Okay, so you don't want to go. You don't want to follow through too high of an arch. Okay, so you go. The arch is important. No question about that. But you want to at first to have them feel the fingertips. Okay, so feel of how good the ball to come back into your hand. All right. All right. Good. All right. Now we go into this later on. The form shooting and all the little things will come out later, but that's one thing that's very important is the one-handed drills that I will show you guys later. Okay. Am I too boring right now, or is it okay? Tummy is not too full. The third thing is the position of the ball with respect to your body. Okay. So when you come off screens. When you're getting ready to shoot, you got to make sure that once you catch the ball, your shoulders are ahead of your butt. Okay, you cannot be leaning like this because I already feel here tension in my hip flexors. Okay, and you start compensating with your hip flexors, with your core, your legs. Okay, and you lose the strength of your legs on your shot. So you got to make sure that once you come off screens, that you step into the shot. Okay, you step into the shot. And your shoulders are ahead of the butt, okay? And then you can go up, raise up, and shoot your jump shot depending on your kid's physical ability. That's one thing that I'll show you in the drills later on. That using screens, you already talked about that today, huh? How to use screens. So the footwork on that will also be important, and maybe already talked about today. But I want to emphasize something. Those are the three things on the checklist that you look for. Okay, just to review the knees and ankles. Okay, the work together with the knees and ankles. Mostly the problem is in the ankles. Okay, the second thing is the hands on the ball. Okay, how he's positioned. Okay, how you catch the ball with one hand. The work with one hand is very important, and to develop the touch, develop the fingertips and your strength in one hand. Drill the kid. Make his shoulders get tired, make his arms get tired. He has to get used to following through. He has to get used to working with one hand. All right, this is the biggest teaching, and Coach Kozlauskas emphasizes this all the time. All right, so obviously this position, the third thing that I talked about with respect to your body, is the chain reaction. So you go from your ankles to your knees, upper body, and then you shoot. So it cannot be that you already started the shot before you go up. Okay, you gotta be low, and it's a chain reaction to go up and shoot it. And this, you guys will all know this and have your experiences yourself. The most common question that many kids will ask, or will see, you guys will see, and maybe talk amongst each other as coaches, is when you shoot, when you're getting ready to shoot. Is the 1-2 step better, okay, or is the jump stop better? All right, I'm sure you guys encounter this in your practices and with your kids. There's a lot of different kids that you grow up, and when you coach them, that they have just different, like I said, natural abilities and different physiology. Okay, and I want to use this example that I work with Aaron Jackson. You guys know him. Played in Bilbao for a long time, then came to CSKA. And he came to CSKA, and one thing that he encountered his first season there, he obviously changed the system. Okay, from a very up and down team in Bilbao, come to a half court system, and it changes his shot selection. All right, he's naturally a much better shooter off the dribble. All right, and you guys will encounter it. I encounter it all the time in the scouting, but it's a very important thing that you differentiate between a 1-2-step shooter or a jump stop shooter. And ideally, you can do both, right? Ideally, because there's different situations when you go step back, okay? If you go a pull-up shot, it's a 1-2 step. It's different situations. Ideally, you can do both. But Aaron had problems with this early on when he came. So what we did with him, we found drills to imitate the shots that he gets during the game. So he started also to get minutes at the 2 spot, which is obviously not his natural spot, but to get some use and get him used to it, to play at this position, he had to learn how to shoot at a different position. He was used to shooting off the dribble, out of pick and rolls, and now he had to wait for the shot to receive the ball and to jump stop. So we worked on those situations, and we did a lot of specific things where he learned to use his body and in correlation to his position on the floor. Okay, and what's important is that I didn't try to break his habits. He was more used to shooting and jump stopping, dribbling and jump stopping to shoot. So what we did is when he was waiting for a spot up shot, okay, he was moving, he was waiting. I made him jump stop before he catches the ball. It was hard for him to catch the ball like this and to go raise up and shoot. His body mechanics were not used to it. Okay, so as he was moving around the arch, we had him going to jump stop and then shoot. Okay, and he became naturally. I didn't try to break his habits from dribbling and jump stopping. Now he was just jump stopping before he caught it. So we exchanged dribble with the pass, and he became much more fluent and much more confident in the shot on the spot up situations. And there's no statistic for that of what he was shooting on those situations, but we generally felt that he really improved and also earned himself more minutes on the floor and did a great job of helping us. So this is one common thing that we talk about a lot of times, the 1-2 step or the jump stop. Just to give you an example, on the pick and rolls, when the big guy comes up and he sets the screen, okay, you teach him to roll this way, or when you teach him to roll this way, right? There's a difference. But again, if you want quickness, you can do it one way. If you want to do it efficiency, you do it the other way. Okay, you lose ball. Okay, you lose the ball, the side of the ball. If you turn this way, the ball could be passed over there. You would have to turn again this way. We all know the mistakes that can be done in this drill and in this situation by the big guy. But does it really impact the game so much if you really emphasize him if he slips the screen, okay, and he goes this way, if he knows both ways to do it? So it's good, it's great. Not every guy can do it, all right? So if you really have one thing to talk about with the shot, is that you want to improve one thing, and the general question in that is, do you want him to improve something he can do already good, to make him go do it better, right? Or do you want to do something that he's not good at, and to bring a level up at good, right? And the other part of his game stays at the same level, all right? And that's for you as coaches to decide. What do you want to put your work in, right? Do you want him to get from good to better at one thing, or from not so good to a good shooter? Okay. When you do this, when I talk about the example of the pick and roll, the technique, all right, of how to roll or what's more efficient with the shot as well, all right, do not ever sacrifice speed for technique, right? Make sure the technique is correct, and you imitate the correct way to do it with one hand, the way I was talking about. Do not speed it up. Do not give them goals early on. Whoever makes 10 baskets first wins. They're going to shoot any way possible just to win because they're competitive, hopefully, okay? and they sacrifice their technique for the speed, for winning, right? At that time, it may be good, but later on, it will develop into a problem, okay? And habits, as we all know, it's a common thing to say that game of basketball is the game of habits, right? And after a while, the habits are hard to break. Like, I use another example, my handwriting, okay? I struggle reading it. And if I struggle reading it, a lot of you guys will never be able to read it. But I was doing this slowly, so maybe you will be. But when I was growing up, my handwriting, that's why probably I don't have a letter. If I write I don't have a girlfriend, because if I write love letters so quickly, I mean, there's no way anybody will respond to me. So that's one thing I learned early on. When you do the handwriting, I was trying to be first everywhere. I was trying to be quick, trying to get do the test the right way in class and fill out everything just to save it first. And half of my mistakes were mistakes because I was too quickly. I was not efficient, okay? So the same thing correlates, and now it's unfixable. My problem with my handwriting, I'm glad I work on a computer because my handwriting is not visible. So there's one thing for you guys also to realize that you have to teach it slowly, right? Do not, like I said, mentally do not break his confidence, but also teach the technique slowly, have patience, and show him, the right way to do it, the way you, again, is the right way for his body. Those are the things that are most common, and that I think are very important in teaching players the right techniques, how to do it. Okay. I want to talk about more of how to, when you come off the screens, the technique to shoot, okay, of using the screens off the ball, and when you shoot, how you put your feet together, okay? Can I have one of you guys come out? All right, I will be up top. Okay, imagine there's a screen here, okay, and just run out straight and shoot it, okay, like a stagger. Okay, there's a stagger screen here, and you come out and shoot here on the 45. No, from there, go up. Just straight and shoot, okay? Go. All right, now, he naturally, of course I get a left-handed guy, it's good. You come off the screen and naturally you see naturally he turns into the screen, and this is perfect, it's good. You turn into the ball. I anticipate the pass when you come off the screen. Go. All right, good. Follow through a little bit more with your fingers, with your fingertips. Go ahead. Good. All right. Now, thank you. Not many guys can go. Again, it's a matter of balance and getting used to. Everybody's, like I said, everybody's different. Everybody's physiology is different. Not everybody has the same balance. And again, that's one of the three things that I mentioned earlier that you will improve on throughout the years. So, as you come off, there's not many guys that can shoot like this. All right, shoot right away. Oscar Schmidt, I think, was one of the guys that was able to shoot it with his right foot here, and to shoot right away. And there's not many guys that can do it. So it's the exception. You teach it one way to do it, and there comes one guy and breaks it completely and does it the other way and scores a whole lot of points with that. All right. So this is one thing on the stagger screen, to step into the shot. Okay, left, right, and you have the right technique to shoot it once you plant the inside foot first, okay? And now to use the screen. Is there any questions? No? Okay, good. One more guy. Can I have one more guy? We just exchange every time. Now, you right-handed or left-handed? Okay, we're gonna use this side first, all right? imagine there's a screen here. All right, imagine there's a screen here. The defense cuts you off. What do? Yep, you fade. Good. All right, let's do it. Good. Very good. So one more time, fade a little bit further. All right. You see this follow through? Go a little bit more with your fingertips here. These 3 fingers. Okay. A little bit more towards the basket. All right. Go ahead. Good. All right. One more time. You see him planting his left foot first. It's good technique, really good technique. He plants his left foot first when he fades, all right, on the baseline here, and he shoots it. All right, it's really good. Now we do the other side. Okay. One more time. All right, now it's a little bit different. Pass me the ball. It's a difference if you go this way or the other way. All right? For a right-handed player, it's much more difficult to go this way. Right? The footwork is completely different. On that side, his left foot, which is naturally his balance foot, okay, his pivot foot, he puts the balance here, and then he shoots it. Right? On this side, he cannot go with the right foot here. Right, because it's not his natural pivot foot. Okay, naturally, you would put your left foot here and then shoot it. Okay, but it's a complete different angle. All right, so here I think personally, it's a much tougher shot to plant your foot here, and now this becomes your balance foot, right? And you completely change. You start compensating with your core, with your back for the shot. So what I think is more efficient is if you flare, okay. If you fade here on this to the corner, try to jump stop. All right, jump stop. Once you get the ball, stop like this with 2 feet. All right. All right, let's do it. All right, you put your right foot in first. Okay, try to put them at the same time. Yeah, both at the same time. Jump stop. That's it. Okay, let's do it one more time. All right, shoot it with more confidence. Shoot it with more confidence. Don't. You look like you're hesitating. That's it. That's it. Make sure your wrist, your fingers are too loose. All right. Make sure they point towards the basket the whole time after you follow through. All right. Go ahead. It's better. One more time. Fade a little bit further. All right. Good. All right. So, thanks. So, to me, there's a difference. Okay, for a right-handed shooter to go one way and another way, and you got to realize on your kid what his balance is, and what his nature is to shoot on different sides of the floor. So. It's one thing that you can use. Obviously, these drills is form shooting, as I was doing earlier, but you start at a younger age to develop a shot. But these drills in the United States, they use them the professionals use it to get warmed up, to get a feel for their fingers, to get a feel for the shot and the wrist. All right, they just stand here with the coach, all right, and they just start shooting. All right, one of you guys come here. Just stand in front of the basket, all right? And then one hand, just use one hand. Come a little closer. All right, we want to start closer. All right, closer. Now, shoot the way you shoot normally with one hand. Follow through all the way. Good. Again. Try to catch it always with one hand, okay? Don't use the other hand. Good. All right, good. Now go other side. Go from the angle. You want to give him an angle, all right? You want to get him used to using the backboard as well, all right? Same thing. Go a little bit higher with your hand. Don't go from here. Go higher. That's it. Always one hand. Everything you do. No, don't shoot it from here, all right? Go all the way up to your forehead. That's it. Okay. Good. Now you use the fingers the right way. Okay. Follow through all the way. That's it. Good. Make sure that one thing, the way you can control if his hand in Lithuania, it's a big teaching that his hands his hand is strong. It's not loose. Okay. Obviously, there's some players that are loose with the follow through, but you can one way test it if you just catch the ball here. Okay. Shoot it, catch it. Shoot it, catch it. Okay. So now one hand, shoot it the way you shoot, but keep your hand going towards the backboard. Okay, good. All right, go out, other side. Okay. All right, good. You get the idea. You get the idea. Now move out further. Move out further. One hand again. Go a little bit further. Now, you start, the further you get out, what do we use? We got to start using more the ankles, okay? So don't just, because in the game, you don't start to shoot like this. Your shot starts here, okay? So as you go up, you follow through with your fingertips, one hand, don't go too low, and use your ankles. Good. Good. It's harder now. You're further out. Come a little bit closer. Come closer. No, come closer. Good. Come closer. Come closer. Don't stand too close together with the feet. All right. Good. All right. Good. Better. Now, another way you can get the kid to, at home, you're not always going to find a gym, all right? So what you do, you can say at home you can do the same thing. Obviously, you don't want to disturb your neighbors, okay? But now if you lay on the floor, take the ball, same position, right? Shoot the ball has to come back to your hand, all right? Okay, see? You have to shoot the same way. Now you're working against gravity as well. Okay, not only against regular gravity, but completely gravity because you're going up and down. Okay, and what you do at home, don't shoot it from here. Okay, try to. I know it's hard. Keep it right there. And what you do, all right, get up. What you do is, if the kid, for example, before he goes to sleep, he wants to shoot with the basketball, right? You have a ceiling naturally there. So you can go shoot the ball, all right? And tell yourself, I want to come as close to the ceiling as possible without touching it. All right? You don't want to have marks at the end at the end of the day. You don't want to have marks on the ceiling from the basketball. So you want them to get used to the distance, all right, and the touch of where the ball goes up and where it lands back in your hand. All right? You understand what I'm saying? All right. So this is another thing that with the shooting, that's very important. That the touch, developing the touch with the one hand, with these kind of little drills, with the basket and without the basket. Okay. So let me get some water. Am I doing okay? No? Good? All right. Another thing that we want to emphasize when we teach the guys later on also as professionals mentally not to make two mistakes in a row, okay? You don't want the kid to come out there. You want to develop habits and making sure that you don't make, especially not the same mistake twice in a row. If you make the same mistake twice in a row, you don't learn. So what Coach Messina also teaches a lot is in the player, you have to teach them to correct themselves. Okay, Coach Messina is very big on that, to understand of what you're doing and why you're missing. So you cannot always turn to the coach to ask, what am I doing wrong, right? They will, obviously, but in the game, they have to correct themselves. So it's not only with turnovers or movement, but it's also with the shot. Okay, they got to understand after a while how to correct themselves. But to get into a drill that you learn not to make two mistakes in a row is with this certain drill that I want to use one of you guys again. If you're not tired of me yet. All right, now we start making 2 shots in a row. Okay, you cannot miss 2 shots in a row. You have to make 2 shots in a row to move on. Okay, so we start at this spot. Okay, mid-range spot. You move on. Yeah, I know. Yes. Straight from the bench. Good. Next spot. Okay, now. Good. Some pressure. All right. Now you move on these 5 spots here, the usual 5 spots, and then you can do it again. Come here. Now, the next way to do it is to shoot a mid-range shot and a 3-point shot. Okay? It's a little bit harder, but now we move on. We move up the scale of difficulty. Okay? So 1 mid-range, 1 3-pointer. All right. All right, and now a 3-pointer. Now you're gonna move back in. You gotta start over, all right? Good. So, this is one part of the drill. As you move on, you reverse it, okay? You start shooting a 3-pointer and then you shoot a mid-range shot. Okay, then you go into shooting a 3-point shot, 2 3-point shots in a row, same round, and then at the end you shoot a mid-range shot, a 3-point shot, and a pull-up shot to complete the round. So at the end you got to make 3 in a row. Okay, we're not going to go through the process now, but for you guys it's a good drill to train yourself. It's not speed. Okay, we don't want to sacrifice technique and efficiency for speed. So we're trying to make the guy understand not to make the same mistake twice in a row, and to train your habits. Okay. So at the end after the drill, you count how many times he had to start over. Okay. How many times did he have to do the spot over, and then now you can compare them to every time you do the same drill again. Okay. All right. Now. Some things that I wanted to talk about with the team drill. All right, what we're gonna do. What's very important in the States, for example, what they do is they lower the goal early on. If you guys seen it in a lot of high schools, a lot of schools or in churches they have basketball gyms. They lower the goal early to get the guys used to shooting. Okay, technique, getting used to getting emotional success, like, okay, I'm making shots now. And I personally also think it has a lot to do with their jumping ability to get the coordination right early on, how to dunk the ball. Okay, I think that's a very, very big part of it, because they see the goal is lower, they learn how to use their body to jump, to dunk the ball. The same thing is with the shot. Okay, and now as they get stronger, as they get older, they put the goal up gradually higher, okay, and they learn how to shoot as they get stronger at a higher level. Okay, so one more drill. I want to show you one common drill for one player. One more guy. Now we're going to reverse it. Okay, and we're going to start shooting with a three-pointer. And somebody has 90 seconds. I'll have 90 seconds. I'll have 90 seconds. 90 seconds. Okay, we'll put up. And I'll show you the drill. Okay, 1 minute 30. Seconds. Okay. Can somebody get the 90 seconds here? 90 seconds, and you do the speed drill, but now we don't want to sacrifice, again, accuracy and technique for speed. But you want to do it in a game-like situation with game speed. Are you warm enough to do it? Okay, we'll try. Okay, don't hurt yourself. You do a three-pointer. You start there. You get the ball back from me. You do a mid-range shot. Okay, off the dribble. You go back to the three-point line, and then you do a layup. But I want you to shoot a floater. Okay, I don't want you to do a layup. Okay, I just want to shoot a floater. And then you go back to this spot, there, and you finish there. At the end, you shoot 2 free throws. Okay, and that's why that should imitate you. Shooting while you're tired, okay? Last 2 free throws, you shoot while you're tired, and it makes your obviously your heart rate go up, and it simulates a game time situation to shoot. Okay, ready? All right, go. 90. Two. No. Let's start over. All right, three-pointer, two-pointer, layup, floater. Okay, three-pointer counts 3 points, two-pointer counts 2, floater counts 1 point. Okay, go. Zero. All right. Two. Go, stay. Not so flat, put the shot up a little bit higher. Shouldn't do flat, too flat, go higher. Good. Ten, did I count correct? 10? 10 or 8? 10. And now you should be tired. How long? 10 seconds left. Okay, good. At the end, you shouldn't 12. Now remember the score. You can always work on it to get better, to improve the score, the same score you shot. Obviously, you shouldn't rush your free throws. You did a good job of staying calm and shooting the right way. Stay here. 3 guys now. 2 more, only 2 more. Yeah, that's it. Now, stay in the corner. You stay here, and you rebound. Okay? As I'm just old. All right. Thanks. No one either. 2 balls. Now, what we want to do is we don't. As you get older, as guys get older and they get the technique down, you already have them to a level where they can shoot quick, okay? We want to do a speed situation where he gets used to shooting without thinking about his shot, okay? So now, as you pass on the ball, you pass the ball quickly to him, but I want you to pass him the ball as soon as he releases. After he shoots the ball, he should be getting ready to shoot the next one. Okay, so make sure you're used to come a little bit closer in, right? Make sure you shoot the ball the way you always shoot, but get ready for the next pass. Okay. But look, not so flat. Go a little bit higher. A little bit higher. That's it. Good. Good. Okay, now, stop. Now you still. So let's change. Let's change. Now you still think about the shot too much. As you see the ball is going, you think about him going in. The ball going in. Okay, you get to a point where you release the ball. You know you shot the ball correctly. You get into the next pass. Okay, so make sure now as you shoot the ball, shoot the way you're supposed to shoot it, and get ready for the next pass. Okay, quick. That's it. That's it. Let me see. One way, come here. Let me see one time. Let me see one time. All right, now, wait. Just to give you an example, if after you shoot, all right, I'll pass the ball. Shoot. That's it. All right. So it's a lot of work for the rebounder. So make sure you pass the ball as soon as he releases the ball. Okay. He has to get used to getting confidence in his shot. Okay. I'm talking about now where we're to a level where we already have the technique down and we already know how to shoot the ball, and we're just getting used to shooting quicker because the defense is closing out, and we're already thinking about the shot. Okay, there's two guys. Yeah, come here. I guess. Yeah, sorry, it's my fault. Okay, now we're getting used to 3 guys there, 2 guys there, 3 there, 2 there. One more ball on the 45. Thanks. Now, the first guy without the ball. Sorry, first guy without the ball. Okay, good. Now, just a common drill. You guys know it. You step in here, you go to the middle. Okay. And now yes. All right, it's important that the pass comes at the right time. All right, we want to anticipate the movement, anticipate the motion, and not him wait for the situation. All right, get him used to as he comes off the screen, the ball's already there to shoot. Okay, so now let's make out of 20 shots, let's make 15. All right, go. 1-0. 2-1. 3-1. 4-1. 5-2. Here. 6-3. 7-4. 8-5. 8-4. 9-5. 10-5. 11-5. Okay, stop. We start over. We already missed more than we shot, than we're supposed to make. Okay. So as you do this drill, this is a natural movement. You teach them to get them for the inside foot first. Okay, on both sides. Right. Now again, it's the same movement. If you go in here now for a right foot jump shot. A right-handed jump shot is different, okay? You come in here, it's a different shot. If you get them used to it early in a young age, okay, it can develop into a great jump shooter. But really, if you come in here, you jump stop, okay? It's a different, I didn't use my ankles that time, okay? It's a different shot if you come off, right, and come into a jump stop, right? Start. 3-1. 4-2. 5-3. 6-4. 7-5. 8-6. Good. 10-7. 11-8. 12-9. 13-10. 14-11. Faster, 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 faster. Go. 15-11. 16-11. 17-12. 18-13. 19-14. Okay. 20-14. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So that's mainly the things that I wanted to focus on. As you see, early on, I talked a lot about the checklist that you need to do, all right, and the mental part of the game, which is important to a player to gain the confidence early and to develop a jump shot at this early age to move into professional ages. Okay, so I hope my lecture wasn't too boring to you guys. I know the weather is not helping, and I hope you guys can gain some information, some new information, maybe some old information already. And thank you for having me.